Man, you know what? Forget both of them, man. I'll beat both of them, man. Give me the title shot. I think, like we were just talking about it, I believe that Amir Khan has a good style for anyone, you know, for a few rounds, because he's kind of rangy, and he throws straight punches fast, you know, kind of awkward and sloppy at times, but Canelo is just going to be too big, too strong, too sharp for him, and I believe, you know, like how they say class shows over time, and I believe his size and stuff is what's going to be the class in the fight, and you know he's going to take over later rounds and put him down, if not stop him.
Let's break down both fighters. When do you first remember hearing about Amir Khan?
I don't know, but it was a while ago, but I can't remember exactly. But
was it like, say, after his loss to Prescott where he got knocked out?
It was
after that.
Yeah.
When he fought Maidana, did you watch that fight? What did you think of that fight?
Man, I was surprised when he put him down. What was it, in the first and second round he put him down in? And so I was surprised, but then, of course, Maidana came on, you know, late, and then was giving him hell like he gives everyone. But, you know, it was a good fight, but I was surprised that Khan put him down so early.
Now, Khan, he was with Lydell Rhodes. Do you think that was a good fit when they were together?
Kind of. I believe that, you know, fighters and stuff, they're competitors, and so I believe that he wasn't really taking all of Lydell Rhodes' advice. He was kind of competing with Pacquiao, you know, so his style was a little bit, he wanted to be like Pacquiao, action, throw a lot of punches, prove that he's fast and can punch like Pacquiao, I guess. And so he was getting in too many flurries and getting caught. And so I think that's really what it was. He was almost competing, it looked like to me.
Amir Khan is with Virgil Hunter now. How is he fighting different to you, and is he fighting better?
Yeah, he's fighting better than me, you know. Still kind of fighting the same and stuff, but the main things I think is he ties up a little more now instead of exchanging. He does the little things, the little tricks, you know, to get people off. Like when he fought Collazo looked like a trash fighter, and Collazo could fight. Like all little tricks of him holding and then breaking the clinch, getting off with punches and taking walks and stuff and slowing the pace down and fighting on his time, you know, on his pace. I believe Virgil Hunter's instilling that in him, and that took his game to another level.
If you had to fight Amir Khan, what would you look out for? Like, when you look at him as a fighter, how is he dangerous? You know?
If you let him get comfortable and kind of get his groove, where he just comes in, throws 4, 5, 6 punches in a row, and then get out of there, like, I would have to, you know, not let him fight on his pace. That's the main thing. Make it a ugly fight where he can't just walk, throw his flurry, walk, throw his flurry. I stay on top of him, kind of like the Lamont Peterson did.
Okay, now let's take Canelo. Are you impressed by him at all?
Oh, yeah. Like, to me, I've always thought he's been good. Like, when everyone's like, oh, well, you know, he's not fighting anyone, I'm like, the guy is young. And then the first time I seen him fight was when he fought Miguel Cotto's brother. He got hurt.
Yeah.
But you have to think about, like, one, he was pulling a lot of weight down to 147. Then two, he was young at the time. And so I always thought that, you know, young fighters and stuff, like, there's no need to rush him. You know, so I've always liked him. I always kind of been a fan of him and stuff because he can box. I feel like we have somewhat of a similar style where we box, but then, you know, we'll let our hands go too. So I've always liked his style, and I feel like his last couple fights, he's gotten really, really sharp and impressed me.
Definitely. He fought Floyd Mayweather. He was beaten pretty bad. What do you think of that fight?
Kind of I was in between. I either thought it was going to be a really close fight or Floyd was going to blow him out, kind of like what happened. Because, like Canelo, like I said once before, like he actually boxed a little more than people think that he's Mexican, think that he's a brawler, but he actually boxing. So you can't outbox the best boxer in the world, you know. So it was going to be a blowout. You have a guy who boxing levels right here, and then another guy who's good, but his boxing levels right here. So this guy's just going to dominate.
He did, you know, beat Erzandi Lara, squeaked by him. Looked real good against Miguel Cotto, in my opinion. Some people weren't impressed, though. What did you think of that fight?
All right, so Miguel Cotto's my favorite fighter, and I believe Canelo pulled it out. Like, a lot of people said that Canelo or Cotto outboxed him, but I didn't really see it. Like, I seen him, he had a lot of good jabs, but he didn't really have any telling punches that you're like, oh, dang, he's slowing him down. So I believe, you know, at the end of the day, I would have picked myself. If I would have been in the fight, I was like, man, I would have rather been Canelo at the end of the day, you know. And so that's how I feel like who won the fight. Who would you rather have been at the end of the day? And I would have chosen to be Canelo.
We got the two fighters breakdown. Now let's look at the matchup. How's this fight gonna play out? You know, just if you really had to, you know, we got your thoughts. You like Canelo. Well, let's look at what does Amir Khan have to do to be successful if you want to pull off the upset?
Pretty much. I believe they're around the same height. They're both around 5'8.5", 5'9", and so, but Khan, I don't know when he fights, he looks like real rangy. I believe he has to just keep his range and stuff. He looks like he has long arms and uses weird footwork, but you know, he gets in, gets out quick. I believe he has to do that, and then tie up Canelo whenever he has a chance, you know, without doing it too much where he gets warned or points taken. But you just gotta fight your fight, you know, not let Canelo get his rhythm. Pretty much, it's a rhythm sport. Just don't let the other guy get his rhythm. But Canelo, he's good enough where he's going to get his. That's like, you know, playing Michael Jordan. You know, he's going to get at least 30 points, you know, or close to it. So just try and slow him down where maybe he gets 25, you know, instead of 30 every game. You know, try to slow him down a little bit, and then hopefully get a decision against him, because I don't see him stopping Canelo. But you know,
what about Golovkin in the future? Do you think that will happen with Canelo if Canelo wins?
Man, I believe that it's awesome, because to me, when I see Canelo, he doesn't look like he's scared of anyone. I believe he'll fight Golovkin, but Golovkin, I don't know, man, he's a monster. He might be too much for him, but you know, that's a fight that I love to see. That's one of my top fights of 2016. That and Andre Ward and Kovalev, I don't pronounce his name, but yeah. So there's a couple of fights like that, and that's one of them. I'd like to see that. So hopefully he gets by Amir Khan, which he should, and then we can see that.